I got married. I decided to settle down, and he was also the best man at my wedding.
Oh, wow.
A little bit after that, he started dating my sister. Okay. Honestly, it started once we actually got to Cancun.
You two went to Cancun together?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so at first, I wasn't honestly up to the option of even having a vacation or anything. I was really depressed, and I was really working on my mental. And
why were you so depressed, sir?
Well, I was going through a divorce. I had found out that my wife was cheating on me a little bit.
Okay.
And once I divorced her, I did confide in my friend Jaden at the time. And right off the back, he was like, I want to throw you a divorce party. And again, I was like, nah, I'm good. You know, I'm working on myself. I'm working on my mental, getting back in the flow of things. And he did convince me once he said it was Cancun, and he was going to be paying for the excursions and the activities while we were there.
Okay, great. And do you have some receipts to show what was spent, sir?
Yes, I do. Actually, I have
the whole folder, please, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. So I can get a sense as to how much money is going on here. Let's see. Okay, first off, I see this is the hotel room. Then I'm seeing that we've got this excursion package. Y'all were doing it up. The airfare, okay, Atlanta to Cancun, round trip, $362.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and then I'm also seeing here a cell phone bill, invoice for your phone itself.
Correct.
A Model 14 smartphone and $980. Why is this included, sir?
Once we got to the resort, I instantly knew once we landed that he had alternative motives.
He had alternative motives.
Exactly, yeah. And so once we get off the plane, his head is, turning, and he's looking at every little thing out there, which, again, it wouldn't have been a problem if he wasn't dating my sister.
Okay.
But, he's ready to go out to, to and this and that. Once we're at the pool, he dips out, do his own thing. And I guess he ends up meeting two girls.
Girls?
Yeah, which later he did convince me to go to dinner with him.
Oh, and, he convinced you. I'm sure he had to really sell you on that, right?
Yeah, so once we get to dinner, he introduces me to Myra and her other friend, Emily.
Okay.
And, me and Myra start hitting it off pretty well. And we're doing our thing. We're flirting. And out of nowhere, he swoops in and starts flirting with the girl that I'm flirting with.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm taken back a little bit, and I'm still thinking to myself, like, he's dating my sister. You know what I mean?
Well, let's find out a little bit more about that, because you've kind of laid it out here. Mr. Myers, were you indeed in a relationship with this gentleman's sister?
Yes, Your Honor.
How long?
I'm all for a guys or girls trip. A divorce party sounds awesome. When you're going through something like that, it's very taxing emotionally. You can start getting in your head and staying at home more. And one of the best ways to start moving forward is to do the opposite of what you're feeling like doing. It's like, you got to get out. You don't have to start dating immediately, but getting out, getting a new scene, meeting other people, all of that helps you not be so self-focused. However, if his friend was dating his sister like he says, then it is a very big problem, a huge red flag that he is flirting with other women or trying to be a wingman. That's your family. That's your sister. You can go and have fun and experience new things in Cancun without having to chat it up with other women. Then for him to start moving in on a person that you're talking to and hitting it off with after he convinced you to do this, that sounds a little like jealousy, especially if he was not connecting with the other girl there. The reason I'm saying that is because when I was 19, I went to Panama City with a supposed friend of mine, and I rode in the vehicle down there with her and one other girl. When we got down there, I was dating somebody seriously at the time. He didn't go with us. And while we were down there, I was getting hit on by a lot of guys. And she had a problem with that. It was not going anywhere. I was not allowing them to continue this pursuit. I was shutting them down quick. She was mad that they were hitting on me and not on her. To the point that she refused to speak to me for the rest of the trip. We had to end the trip early, and where I had rode down in the front seat going down, she put me in the back seat, wouldn't talk to me, it was the most uncomfortable trip back. And it was like 9 hours, maybe longer. It was awful. And then didn't even take me to my house, set me down at the bottom of the HOA that I lived in at the time. And I had to walk up this big mountain to get back to my home. Needless to say, she wasn't really my friend. And I learned a very hard lesson that day. That's what reminds me of this guy right here. Let's get back.
We can assume y'all did what grown people do in hotel rooms?
I would say that my loyalty was misplaced in a few moments.
So that's a yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, okay. And how do you feel about that, sir?
I feel betrayed. I was definitely taken back, and it literally, I'm becoming a new person. You know, I used to be wild back in the day, but I am, and it took everything for me not to introduce him to Bear and Knuckles. You know, like, seriously.
Okay.
I'm protective of my sister,
your sister.
you know, so... But
and
still,
that is a little flagrant, sir. If you're going to be cheating, which is already bad, you're going to do it right in this man's face?
In front of my face, yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see where these text messages are telling me. Okay, so this is where he invites you, it looks like. Hey, man, I've decided to throw you a divorce party. You need to get over your ex-wife and get out of your head. I don't like the idea of a party. I'm taking it day by day. This gentleman, let's go to Cancun. Let's call it a divorce trip. I will be your wingman. You do say that, sir. We need to get you out there again. Okay, I'm in. It'll be a good time. Here we go with the terms. This is important. Let's split the hotel room. It'll be a good time, and I'll take care of the excursions. Thanks for doing this, man. I appreciate it. So it was all good just a week ago. Okay. Now let's go here. This is, I guess, when y'all get back home. So did you stay the full entirety of the trip?
I stayed the whole time, yes.
Okay, you stayed? Okay, so you were so upset you stayed the whole time?
No.
I mean,
no, Your Honor. Okay. I mean, he definitely saved me from, you know, the girls because they were pretty annoying. And one of them, the one that he came and swooped out for me, I was happy because she was doing this thing every time she drunk something, every particle would hit each bone of her throat.
Your Honor, he's coping.
You know, so I was happy for that. But again, I had to come out of pocket for the excursions and the activities.
So you went on the excursions?
Yes, I did.
So you did the catamaran and the, what was it? The
zip lining.
The zip line by yourself.
Yeah, and I did that because that following day in the morning, he was still out with his fling, and you know, and after that,
so you had to do the excursions by yourself?
I had to do them by myself. I texted him, and then he eventually called.
Occupied.
He had called, and he was like, you know, I'm out with her still. We're shopping and da-da-da-da-da, but you can come along.
So now he's Rico Suave.
Exactly.
Not at all.
And he's telling me I could come along, and I'm like, am I supposed to be the third training wheel? You know what I mean? So I'm just like, no, I'm going to continue to do the plans that we originally said that we were going to do.
Okay.
And I had to come out of pocket for
Your
it.
Honor.
Yes.
I had returned to the room after having a night with said girl, and he was nowhere to be found at the hotel room.
Well, he was on the excursion, sir.
No, before this, I believed that he had hit it off with Emily because we had left him at the dinner. And since I didn't see him there, I figured, he had his own, you know, he came out of his shell. He stopped being a Debbie Downer the whole time.
Well, so he was going through a divorce. Come on now. I know clearly.
And he is cheating on my sister.
That's true.
We've established this. I already told her I love her and I'm sorry. But that's beside the point at this very moment.
A little callous, Mr. Defendant. A little callous.
So once I didn't see him in the hotel room, Your Honor, I went back to her house, or to her room.
Hotel room.
And we were hanging out, and then he calls me and goes, he's ready to go ziplining. I'm like, I thought you were with Emily. I didn't realize we were still doing that. I thought we were hitting it off, doing our own thing.
Did he cancel the ziplining?
No, he didn't cancel it. He went by himself.
Right,
and
clearly.
He guilt-tripped me where I was like, I can go, but you're calling me 10 minutes before.
Well, sir, it does say I'll take care of the excursions. That's what you said. Let's see this. So you go back home and you are upset with him.
Yes.
And then it looks like you reach out and he says, Jaden, you owe me $2,182. That's a lot. That is for my half of the hotel room. At this point, you were able to pay for your flight.
Yeah, but Your Honor, later that night, we still had the boat party, right?
Okay. Mental health is so important, and when you're going through something really difficult, it matters to have a friend who understands that and cares about that and can get you out of the house, which is great. But it's also another thing for someone to take you on a trip, cheat on your sister, which is more of like a double betrayal, because you don't just have him witnessing his friend cheating on his sister, you have him witnessing what he just went through. So he's reliving his own personal experience because his friend is doing it to his sister right in front of him. The whole basis of his divorce was cheating, then abandoning him for this person. How could you be a friend and do the exact same thing that his ex-wife did to him as his friend? In this case, this was not good for his mental health. The most important things that the plaintiff has said here is that he's working on himself and becoming a different person, becoming a better version of himself, which is great because that is what's going to drive him away from this current friendship and also start attracting people who are more like him so that he can have better relationships with better people. That is why when you as a person start growing, that people from your past try to loop you in and say, you've changed. Of course you've changed. You want to change. That is the very basis for working on yourself. That is why you no longer fit into these groups that you used to fit in. And it sounds like to me right now, he's just in between his past and his future. What a great example this court case is of that. Let's keep going.
Right.
And so once we get there, his song come on. He teed up and he's bouncing around, doing, and he bumps into me all night.
On the boat?
Yeah, on the boat. After we're about to leave, I take out my phone. I'm trying to get a selfie and he darts over there to me, bumps me, and my phone is knocked out of my hand into the water.
As it relates to the cell phone, I do believe that you are responsible for that, sir. I can just tell the way you move it in my courtroom. You look like you just move a lot.
Man.
So I'm going to give you your $900 for that, sir. Now let's go through these other expenses. The flight looks like you went and you came back safely, right?
I did.
Okay, so that I am gonna charge that to the game, sir. You should be responsible for your own flight. You didn't even go home early, so you couldn't have been having that bad of a time. As it relates to these, the excursion, $140. So you said plain as day in black and white, I'm gonna pay for the excursions, and you didn't pay for them and you didn't go. That's on you. That's gonna be a part of your bill. So that's $140. Now the big ticket item here is this hotel room. You were comfortable splitting the hotel room originally, right?
Correct.
This was supposed to be you two splitting the room.
Correct.
You could have gone home. I would have gone home. You stayed and you enjoyed the Caribbean, okay? So for that, sir, you have to be fiscally responsible. But I am going to rule in your favor as it relates to the cell phone and as it relates to the excursions because you left your boy out to dry for that, sir. $1,040 to the plaintiff. That is my ruling.
I love the ruling. It was perfectly divided. One of the best things that we can gain from watching these court cases is, one, changing our life by watching other people's lives, or number two, avoiding what they're doing so that we don't have to live through their mistakes. It's like a fast track to success. We don't want to repeat it. If we can learn from it, see what the result is, and know that we don't have to take that path. So I would encourage you after watching this to evaluate your 5 people closest to you. Those are the people that have the most influence in your life. Are you the smartest of that group? Then you need more people because you don't want to be the smartest in the group. You want to have somebody that you can learn off of. Are the people, what are they doing? How are they moving through life? Do they look like the direction that you want to go? If they don't, then you need to upgrade your circle with people whose lives mirror the life that you want. It is okay to move on. It is okay to not stay in the past. And they can try to trap you into your past or into that or guilt you, make you feel bad for moving on. But, if you listen to yourself internally, what it's moving you toward is far better than what you're standing in. You can still be friendly with those people, but you don't have to hang out with them. So let me know what you think about the court case and let me know about your circle in the comments below.